Hello again and welcome to UniSport Nationals in Canberra. I'm Katie.
I'm Cecilia.
And this is the quarterfinal of Wollongong University versus Deakin University in Geelong. And I'm sure this is going to be a very exciting game. Got some high quality players in here. As Deakin has the first offensive point.
It is a little bit confusing with these teams both in blue, but it looks like Deakin's got a turnover and now it's time for Wollongong to maintain possession and see if they score this one. Oh, a bobble there, but she catches it back. A nice flick into the end zone and a goal for Wollongong.
I'm sure they'll be happy with that, starting off with a quick break, conserving some energy.
That looks great. All right. It is, the wind's picking up for this game.
It is.
Our first two games in the morning, there was quite a lot of wind. In our third game just past there, the wind did die down and we had blue skies, but I think we're back to cloudy grey, no sun, and a lot of wind going down the side.
Yeah, it's a bit of a crosswind again, so the far sideline is kind of where the disc will probably get pushed. But I'm sure with the experience of a lot of these players on both teams that we'll see some clean Frisbee regardless of the wind. Wollongong might have come into this as undefeated. Yes, I have confirmation. Wollongong's undefeated coming into this game, so they're looking to progress. And I'm not sure of Deakin's path to the final, but they were a strong team last year when we had to play them at ANU. Maya Osmond with the pull for Wollongong. Great throw from the 20 or 19-year-old. Recent representative for the Australian Juniors women's team as Deakin works it through the cup, and a huge D heads up there from Will Stacey, getting the turn for Wollongong, and another break chance early on in the game. We have Kobe Ryan, one of the Australian Dingoes from the recent tournament, throwing the disc off to Jenkins. Ryan with the jink. Looking around the field. Huge bid there from Deakin. And we might have an injury. Huge bid there from Wong, but seems to have injured himself in the process.
It was a very snappy grab from Nine Faulkner there from University of Wollongong. Looks like both teams are checking on him to see if he's okay.
Having a chat there on the field, making sure he's all right.
Is it an injury, Cole?
Seems to be, yeah, we'll be subbing off, recovering from that. Maybe just a hard landing there for Wong.
So Wong's coming off, and then we have number 36 there going on, Nicole.
All right, we've got the disc with Wollongong. Strong contenders for the gold, but they will need to get past
Osmond with the
this
disc.
tight quarterfinal.
Looking downfield to see her options. Nine back with the disc.
Faulkner looks back for it. Moving quickly. And Osmond with the goal. Looking good out there, the Wollongong team. They have played together for quite a long time. I remember playing with a few of these guys in 2019 at Uni Games on the Gold Coast. Back even before COVID lockdown, actually, which seems like a long time ago.
That is a very long time ago, actually. Oh goodness, that was a very nice offense from Wollongong there. But now we get Deakin to have their chance for the offense.
What can they do? difficult going down a few points early on in the game. It can be a hard kind of mindset to pull back. But then again, sometimes when teams get a few points up, they get a little bit complacent. So we will have to see what Deakin can come out with here, knowing that they also really want a spot in tomorrow's semi-finals of UniSport Nationals. Deakin might be used to this weather, coming from Geelong, which I assume is a similar temperature and amount of rain. I've heard that Melbourne and that area is quite rainy. Yuki Yamaguchi with the pull for Wollongong.
Very beautiful pull there. Nice floaty and drops straight down.
I think it just lands in though on the sideline. Great placement there. And wind takes a little bit, but there's no one there to contest it, so Deakin keeps possession. That was Kabai, number 18.
It looks like Wollongong has a loose sort of zony defense here. Not tight match.
Maybe taking advantage of that slight bit of wind that might pick the disc up.
Absolutely. They've got two people down the end there, marking the end zone side, the deep side.
Deakin looking down the line, dumping to a handler.
So a day with the disc.
Huge grab there from Kabai to keep that disc up. Just looking downfield. And just a little bit too low there. It was a pressured throw. Trying to get it to that player. And there weren't too many other options for her downfield, as Wollongong with another chance to break early on in the game.
Arms of the disc, flicking it through to the middle to Stoddard. Back to arms. Back to Stoddard. They're doing 1-2s, 1-2s.
Deakin also doing a little bit of a poachy, but there is now a free Wollongong player in the end zone. Huge bid there from Botham Clark for Deakin, but Yamaguchi holds on to it. Another, so close. I really thought she was going to get that. And then an unfortunate drop there in the middle, almost picking up the scraps was Kieran Stoddard, but not to be. Deakin. Wollongong once again doing a kind of zone look that we've seen a lot of teams do today. Kind of having that player in the middle, and Stoddard, it works. Gets the D, smacks that out of the air.
Sometimes when there's a zone and everyone's just running all together, you just have to stick your arms out as you run and you get the D there.
Exactly. Huge shot to the end zone from Stoddard. Walsh under it, but too far for her to grab, unfortunately.
Did you feel the wind pick up?
I did feel that.
I think that gust of wind really made it go a bit bladier further down.
I felt the wind in my bones. I should have brought my puffer. Kabai with the disc, looking for an option, not much coming, and a visionary flick there across the field, but unfortunately they are now on the downwind side, which is not where you want to be. Quite wow, huge grab there from Botham Clark. Just about to say that the Deakin players seem to be quite clustered around the disc, so we've got someone trying to spread the field out a bit more now. Another grab keeping it alive.
Lots of clutch grabs here from Deakin. They're not making it easier for themselves, are they?
Maybe they're trying to get some cool grabs on the live stream. Finding their groove now, Deakin.
They're doing a great job keeping their cool. Oh, that would have been a big, nice throw, but I don't think anyone's down there to receive it.
Nice shot from Kabai there. Opens up the field out to Kara. Kabai looking for it back.
Lots of passes between Deakin. They're doing lots of little safe passes. Nothing big yet. Really taking their time and treasuring their disc. And
yeah, they want this one.
They absolutely do. This zone, I'm not sure, is quite working the way Wollongong intends it to.
Deakin having an option on the outside. Wollongong mark shutting that down, and a great grab there from Nicole.
And I think everyone's collapsed down to a match defence.
Close to the end zone here, and oh, just that last pass. Deakin just can't get it across the line there. Unfortunate from that. Awesome work that they did. And a huge throw from Sam Arms that's picked up nicely by Kabai.
Straight in the arms of Deakin.
And
but
unfortunately thrown away. Oh. Maybe just a little bit of adrenaline running through everybody at the moment.
Right. You get a D, you get real excited. Trying to get it on the move again for your team. Oh, and there she is again. Wow. She's got another chance. You can hear here on the sideline, number 15, Brooks yelling, patience, patience, Deakin, patience.
I think that's probably a good call.
Hopefully the players hear it. Oh.
Might have a call on the field here, but it seems to be just a turn.
It was a good bid. Great defence from number 11 there, Wood, from the University of Wollongong.
Arms with the disc again. Looking to send a hammer over across the field to Scott. Huge layout bid from Scott there to keep that alive. Start out with the disc at the front of the end zone. Yuki Yamaguchi passes that off quickly and calls for it back. Bit of a bunching up around the disc. And just slightly overthrows Walsh again in the end zone. Oh. But an injury is called. And Kobe Ryan subs onto the field.
For Scott. Looks like he might have pulled something there as he went to do that throw.
Hopefully it's nothing too bad.
No, I'm sure we'll see him on the field again. He's still walking on the sidelines, so we're not overly concerned here. No one's run off to grab the physio yet, so I think we should be okay.
Always a good sign. Nicole with the disc for Deakin at the front of the end zone. Back to Kabai. Passes it off again to Nicole. Lovely leading pass, and just into the hands of Studdard. Slightly missing timing that throw. And a hammer over to Ryan for the score for Wollongong.
That was beautiful. The wind really does play a part here. If it's not on, I reckon all the hammers are on.
That is true. We've seen a couple of hammers from Wollongong now, so they're definitely looking to throw them, and they're very hard to defend as a downfield defender.
I've just come back from filming the World Ultimate Championships in the Gold Coast, and there were not this many hammers to be seen out there. I think a hammer is considered a riskier throw, but I guess at University Nationals, there's no reason not to send them if they're on.
Yes, you might not get yelled at as much.
Yeah, the stakes aren't as high. I don't think your country is really going to be down your back if you're making silly mistakes. But it came off and it was beautiful.
Yes.
Very great to watch.
I think I've thrown one hammer in a game ever, and it was probably the worst decision that I could have made. It was a terrible throw and a terrible choice. I probably would have been better just to put the disc on the ground than the throw that I did.
I personally have never thrown a hammer in a game. I don't think I've thrown too many hammers off games either. As more of a social player, with my highest playing of Frisbee at Div 2 Nationals, I think I am well suited to not throw any hammers within any games.
It's never too late to start, though.
It's never too late to start. They are quite fun, but I don't think they're for me in any stakes at all. I think the safe throws are for my risk adversity. All right.
Great pull from Faulkner. Big run down here from Kobe Ryan. Deakin. Good throw there. Osmond trying to bid for it.
Clifton with the disc, looking for her options. Nice little dump back into the stack she goes.
Zingy throw there, and oh!
That was a great bid from number 11 there, Langston, but not quite the catch that we want.
It's impressive how far she managed to get with that bid, because it
That's
really did
right.
look like that disc was going to the ground for sure, and she managed to get a hand underneath it. Just
Absolutely.
didn't stick.
And my apologies, I was meant to say Sabat, but not Clifton.
Wollongong again with the disc. A lot of their players, I think, have played for more than one season, which is always a bonus when you are at uni games. A lot of the time, teams will have a couple of rookies. And a huge foot block there from Deakin, number 2, Smith, to get the disc back for his team.
Beautiful. Great to see.
And I don't know, she responded well there, Langston. Didn't look quite ready for that.
And it looks like Wong's back on the field as well when he was down early after the injury. Really good to see he recovered and now is back with the team.
I was going to say it looks like another foot block, but it's been called as a uncontested foul on the throw there. Just going back to the thrower.
I believe that's toe with the disc.
And a huge bid there from Ryan, but there might be a call as well.
Looks like a foul's been called.
And I will go uncontested. Seems like it was probably, if anything, it was a foul. This to Smith on the sideline, looking for options downfield, and just once again overthrowing. There, up the line cut. Kobe Ryan with the disc, sends it huge to Jenkins, and Will Stacey's there in the end zone too, and he's got it.
A beautiful
Great
run
play there from Wollongong.
That's right. Beautiful run from 2 players, ensuring that there's 2 people down there to get the disc. A very nice throw.
They're looking quite strong out there, the University of Wollongong. I believe it's 4-0 now. Denying Deakin the chance of scoring so far. Deakin did get close on the previous point, but during that point there, Wollongong taking charge.
Now, did I hear right in our early discussions with some of these players that we have 2 Worlds players on this Wollongong team?
We do. 2 recent players from the Australian Dingoes team. So we've had Kobe Ryan on the field there, as well as John O'Keefe, who seems to be not playing at the moment. Instrumental players for the Australian Dingoes, who recently got a bronze medal at the World Championships in the Gold Coast, and here playing uni games.
Yes, here playing uni games, representing their university.
They both played when I was playing in 2019. So here they are, still at university, maybe to keep playing uni games. It is a good reason to stay at uni. It is quite fun.
It is quite fun. I think other life decisions have led them here. I wouldn't be thinking that uni games is the reason why you stick around uni, racking up hex stats year after year.
I wouldn't be so sure. All right, Faulkner with the pull.
Very
Kobe
beautiful.
Ryan with the rundown again. I think he wants a run-through block. And he stops that first pass to Nicole from Kabai. And she needs another option there. Deakin offense quite far away, but she gets one off. Kabai working quite hard for this Deakin team.
We've got some sort of zone going on, or poach going on here from the Wollongong team.
And in the hands of Sam Arms, just slightly overthrown with the win there of the Deakin player to Faulkner on the sideline. And knocked out of the sky by a Deakin player there. That was, not quite sure who that was, but good to get the hands to it there after the bubble from
We've got Ewan,
Ewan,
number 8, Ewan. Ewan's got the disc again, down to number 43, Cara.
Deakin flowing nicely. Huge throw from Nicole to the end zone.
Let's see if the Deakin players can bring it home.
Each team under the disc, and Faulkner comes down with it from Wollongong. Turn. Will Stacey dumps it back to Faulkner. Looking quite calm and collected in his long red pants, and a huge shot goes up to Kobe Ryan. Can Deakin contest here? And that's another point for Wollongong. A great full field huck from Faulkner.
I think Ryan definitely had the better read on this disc. I do also think that Ryan has the most experience potentially on this team compared to the Deakin team. It is quite unfortunate you're playing against two Worlds players on the other team, but I think Deakin's in great spirits and they're working their best. And I think they look pretty good. I think there's been a few moments where they've just about gotten a disc. I think there's been a few times when they're just outside the end zone and it just takes one more pass to get it in. So I don't think they're that far behind from Wollongong.
No, it's just been maybe looking like that. The connection between the Deakin handlers and downfield sometimes has been a little bit tricky, but when they do get it, they are getting down there, and like you were saying, it was just not quite converting the points. As we have a timeout at 4-0 up, Wollongong up on Deakin.
We don't have as many spectators this time round or comments. I wonder if that's because they're not quite interested. We'll see.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
All right, we're back from that ad break. We've got two teams on timeout. Big huddles, big chats. What do you think they're saying in that huddle there for Wollongong?
Nothing too serious.
Great stuff, keep it up, team. Let's go.
Yeah.
But I think Deakin here is having a much more serious conversation. They're not quite on the screen at the moment for you spectators at home to see, but it looks like they're talking through some important decisions.
See how they're going to break through this Wollongong zone look to get their first point on the board. And
we'll see.
Seems like we might actually be at 5-0 according to the scoreboard at the fields. Just looking at updating the score if needed.
Yes, I think our camera crew is just checking out to make sure everything's okay. To see if we've made a mistake or
on the opposite field we have ANU playing against UTS. The score at that game is 3-0, but I'm unsure of who is up, so it's not very useful really, is it?
No, but we'll find out for you.
We will find out.
If we see anything.
Home team looking to do their home uni proud as Wollongong and Deakin get back to their lines. And just confirm the score is 5-0.
That's right. And I'm sure ANU will do the home uni proud even if they don't take home the gold.
That is true.
As long as you've played your best Frisbee, I think you should be proud of yourself. Give it a crack, and that's all everyone can ask for.
Having fun. Having fun is what we want, particularly at a tournament like UniSport Nationals.
We're having fun, aren't we, Katie?
We're having a great time.
This is both of our first time commentating today.
Yes.
This is our fourth game in and last game for the day.
It's definitely harder than it sounds.
It very much so is. You stumble on your words and you can't take them back.
Yep.
Off they go, and coordinating timings.
All right, pulls coming up here from Wollongong. I think that's Fotopoulos with the pull. And a great pull from her. And Deakin picks it up on the sideline, centering to Wong. Looking to convert this 0 point.
Ingles
Playing
with the
from a
disc.
horror, I think. I think that's Nicole with the disc. Nicole. Working it through Langston. One of their Oz reps, I think, as well last year. Could be getting it wrong, but potentially for the Blue Bottles. The under 24 teams. And Deakin looking strong after this timeout. Hammer over the top. Is there someone in the end zone? Langston's there, and Deakin get one on the board.
Beautiful. Beautiful Frisbee. It was a short point, not too many turnovers. That's what you want, right?
No turnovers, I think.
That's right.
That's a clean point, the first clean point that we've had in a while, actually, from both teams. Deakin will probably take a lot of motivation from that. As we see John O'Keefe taking off his jacket and getting on the field. Probably not happy with them scoring a point.
No, maybe I think sometimes it's achievement to just run down the other team completely. But another hammer throw.
Yes.
Another hammer throw.
The hammer's working well for both teams today.
It absolutely is.
As we see there, zooming in, John O'Keefe, one of the Australian Dingoes players from the recent competition. Very good at Frisbee, like a lot of players on the field today.
Oh, very exciting. You can probably go back onto ULTI World's archive and you can watch his games back to see what he does for the Dingoes.
Yeah, one of their key handlers.
Key handlers on the world stage.
And we've got the pool coming up soon. Deakin looking to put some defensive pressure on this Wollongong line. Pool going out on the sideline, which sometimes is an advantage if you are on defense, trying to trap them rather than getting it in the middle of the field. Passes it off to Yamaguchi. Was also recently at the World Championships for Japan, I believe, as a team assistant. John O'Keefe with the disc. Looking for Stoddard and Ryan there. Back to Stoddard, weaving it nice and easily through that Deakin zone look. Deakin playing a similar zone to what Wollongong has been doing, I think. Osmond with safe hands there. Back to Stoddard. Ryan, is he going to throw a hammer again? Decides not to.
Very calm, cool and collected with the disc here. Oh, and a throw over the Deakin players and he brings it down.
There's that experience coming into play for Wollongong. Great read of the disc while it kind of hung up there in the wind. A couple of players around as well. Wollongong. Another one on the board.
6-1. Oh, we've got some comments on the stream now. Let's see. How do I bet on this game? I love Aussies. I think most of us are Aussies here. Both Aussie university teams.
I don't think there's any betting at the moment on this game, but who knows?
Who knows? I think things are tilted towards Wollongong's way, considering they have two world's players.
And they have been playing quite smoothly through most of their players on the field. I think, you know, we've seen they do have the likes of John O'Keefe and Kobe Ryan, but they haven't been getting every second pass. They've been using all of the players on the field, and that's really hard to beat when you're playing against a team like that. So we'll see what Deakin can do here. Also got a lot of strong players.
Absolutely. In the comments here, we've got a comment from a viewer saying that Wong is both playing Uni Nats and World Masters.
Wow.
Dude can't decide what age he is the comment there. And I'm sure there's a lot of other achievements and other well-playing roles that players have that we just don't know about.
Exactly. Well, all of these players are studying at least something at university. So having to juggle sport and uni isn't always easy. And it's nice to have a week off sometimes just playing Frisbee with your friends. As the pull goes up again from Faulkner, another huge pull to Deakin right on their end zone line.
Wong starting off with the disc, passing it on.
Into the centre with Langston. Just holding that space there. Deakin working hard. Langston again. Looking downfield, doesn't see anything. Dishes it off to Wong. Langston getting it back again every second pass. Hucks to the end zone. And Deakin pulls down the disc.
Nice read, Smith. And that's a goal for Deakin. Beautiful. Beautiful play from Deakin. I feel like every time they've had this offensive point now, they've had lots of good cohesion and just passing it through most of their players all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, they're finding their groove now, Deakin. 2 clean offense points. You know, if they can keep that up, it's going to start putting more pressure on this Wollongong team, and they can hopefully capitalise on any kind of mistakes that occur.
Great cut from Horn there at the end to get it from Smith. This is what we want to see. It's not going to be stomped from Wollongong. Deakin is looking great.
Yeah.
I'm all for the underdog.
We do know that you are for the underdogs. Me too. So I guess I'll have to cheer for Wollongong in this game.
Are you a bit biased? I think you've played for them
a little bit
before.
biased. I'll cheer for Wollongong. You can cheer for Deakin.
I think we both need to cheer for Deakin.
All right, the Wollongong Duckies, as they call themselves. The mascot for UOW is a duck because there are a lot of large ducks on the lawns that are in Wollongong, and they steal your food off you, and it's not fun.
And then I think the Deakin team gave us a plushie in the commentary tent to represent their team. I forgot what the name was, but they've left it right here for us to keep safe for them as they play the game.
Let's hope that it serves them well as Deakin come out on defense, attempting to break this Wollongong team's momentum, I think.
I think they can do it.
Keys is going to bring it in from the sideline. Wollongong setting up kind of as if it's a zone. Deakin, I think, is going to set up a bit of a zone here as well. A couple players deep for the Wollongong team to try and stretch the field out. John O'Keys offloads it straight away.
Oh,
close there from Nicole.
I think we've got some gender mismatch going on here.
I think that Deakin is putting on a little bit of a zone, which could be potentially why we've got different genders matching up on each other. Pardon me. Ryan looking to offload it. Doesn't like what he sees. Passes it back to Keys. And we've got Yamaguchi with her hands up. She wants the hammer. Will Maya Osmond send it to her? Not quite. Stoddard does well to run that down, sorry.
Oh, big
Maya
arms
Osmond
there.
out there again. Deakin players cutting it off a little bit, and a fumble there from Keys means that Deakin has a chance for the break.
It was great of Brooks to just make sure it goes down by smacking it down while he's fumbling it there. And now Deakin has the opportunity.
Looking for it long.
Down.
And it's just a little bit too much Wheat Bix in that throw.
43 Kara there really gave a good shot at that, getting it down, at running down there. But I don't
think that was the right look from Deakin too, to get it moving quickly. Scrambling to get back into their zone and stop this flow. Ryan to Keys again.
15's given it everything that he has on defense, on the mark. Big arms.
Well, I think it's always satisfying when you can match up on it, and that's just down.
A flick to the ground, a throwaway. This is another chance for
Another
Deakin
chance
here.
for Deakin. Yeah, I'm sure that these players would really enjoy actually matching up on such high quality matchups, seeing what they can do. You know, getting a block on a player that's been to Worlds is always, you feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
Kabai here with the disc for Deakin, and heads up D from Walsh there. Gets the disc back for Wollongong, who are looking to score this break. Another hammer up in the air. Is Yuki Yamaguchi going to get it? She does.
Beautiful goal there. Another hammer point.
That's maybe 3 or 4 now.
That
we've
is.
seen.
Oh, I love the celebration she's putting on there.
Looking happy about that, and she should be. It's great positioning, and hammers are not easy to catch.
No, they are absolutely not. Although I've never thrown a hammer, I have been on the receiving end, and I don't think it's worked out very well. I'm so sorry to all the throwers out there.
You see that replay there. Faulkner, beautiful curving hammer, right into the end zone. Almost as far back as you can get, actually, without being out.
And that brings it to 7-2, Wollongong's way. And let's look at the comments here on the stream. Oh, it looks like we've got someone watching in from the UK. Shout out to Andrew Wood, cheering on Wollongong.
Go Wollongong. International representation.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has previously lived in the Gong, as it is affectionately known. As the pool goes up, Deakin trying to stop this game from getting to half.
So Wong's on the disc, throws it to Ingles. Back to Wong, looking for options there. Over to Smith, Smith back to Ingles. Oh, and it just bounces off her hand.
Unfortunate there for Deakin. Giving Wollongong another chance. Faulkner's running up to the disc, and he's going to send it to Sam Arms in the end zone, and miscomms.
Miscomms.
Oh, Sammy. Should have kept running. That's all right. Next time.
Next time. It's okay. Deakin's got the disc. They've got their opportunity to get that possession again and get that goal.
Let's see what they do with this.
Wong's walking it back up.
Will it be a huck? Deakin playing quite short at the moment. Close into the disc. Not giving themselves too much room. But Arms with a good mark, preventing the huck, and a unfortunate overthrow there. There was a bid from the Deakin player to try and keep that up, but we've got a Wollongong turn, taking it from the front of the end zone. Faulkner again, walking the disc out very calmly.
It's not quite a clean stack, but let's see what happens.
There's a bit of wind. Good read there from the Wollongong player.
From Wood. She brings it down. And
Wollongong takes half. Some really great Frisbee so far. Tightly matched points. But Wollongong really showing their expertise and depth of their roster as well. Overpowering Deakin in the first half of this game, but we will be back for more in the second half.
Absolutely. It's been great to watch this Frisbee, and we still have another half to go.
We do.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe
Rip
what I'm
goes.
seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Hartlicker Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo!
If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Top ULTI.TV, dale me e roginquime Ultimate Vendromena. Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee, just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
we want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
With thousands of hours of experience,
and our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
we work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Welcome back to ULTI.TV's stream of UniSport Nationals. This is the quarterfinal. We're just at halftime with Wollongong taking half. And as we see some beautiful little ducks here on the side of the field. Not as big as the ducks that you find at Wollongong University, but we do have nice ducks here at ANU as well. The mums like to kind of snap at your heels if you get anywhere close to their little babies, so they're very protective.
I don't think our Frisbee's interrupting the wildlife here. I think we're coexisting.
We are coexisting. Coexisting.
There we see the Deakin Uni huddle as well as the Wollongong huddle in the back. It looks like one team's having a bit more of a fun time just throwing bowls and chit-chats, and then the other team's talking strategy.
Well, Deakin's got a big effort ahead of them if they want to bring this game back. Seems like they're singing happy birthday to somebody. Happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is. Yeah, so it was, the score was 8-2 to Wollongong after half, with Deakin managing to get a couple of good clean O points on the board.
That's right.
But Wollongong showing their strength throughout the half. Whoever wins this game is going to advance to the semi-finals tomorrow.
It will be great to see. We will be recording 3 games tomorrow for you to watch back at home, so please stay tuned. I think it'll be very exciting.
Yes, it's going to be very close matchups at the top of the table.
I wonder what the score is on the other side. Perhaps it's not too late for us to find out. Maybe I'll run over there. I'll leave you to it, Katie.
As we see the Deakin Dragons doing their cheer there, hyping themselves up. I'm going to zoom in on the Wollongong team. Wonder what they're chatting about there. Making sure that they keep this nice lead that they've got. It's looking like it's, their game to lose at the moment, but anything can happen in Ultimate Frisbee.
Absolutely anything can happen. I've run over to the other field where the quarterfinal between UTS and ANU is going on, and ANU have 6 points compared to 2 points. So your home game, Mike's.
Home team.
Home team.
Doing well. Let's go ANU.
But anything can happen over there too?
Anything can happen. I did jinx a couple of goals in the previous game, which I thought were certain goals, and they just slipped out of the hands of the receiver, so don't want to jinx anybody now.
That's right. Let's not celebrate too early. It's always a crutch there that when you do that, it always seems to always not be a celebration worth having.
Yep.
All right, the teams are getting back on the line. A few cartwheels from either side, actually.
Couple of handstands happening as well.
Not captured on the screen, unfortunately.
They were not bad handstands. I'm not very good at them myself.
I just can't do one myself, so all handstands are great.
Handstands and hammers are not our strengths. Commentating, maybe. Let us know if you think our commentating is okay. Please don't tell us if it's bad, though, because I can't handle it.
It's okay if it's bad, because this is our very first day on the job.
All right. Deakin with the pull. Kabai, instrumental in the first half for her team. Gets the disc past halfway in a slight upwind. Deakin sitting up nice and early with their zone. Stopping that centering pass through the middle. Forcing the little dishes between the handlers. You really don't want to get broken around in this zone. So as soon as one of these Wollongong players can kind of throw around their mark, that's when the field can really open up. Or if we get those throws through the middle. But that's the aim of that player in the middle there, is to try and stop those fast inside shots. As we see one out to Deacon Scott, who's back on the field after an injury in the first half. And a close one there, but Yamaguchi manages to hold on to it under pressure. Stoddard with it on the sideline, gets it back. Another hammer, and just over the head of Walsh.
This gives Deakin an opportunity to take it back and get that next point for the team. Now, who's grabbing that disc there for Deakin?
That's Nickel.
Who
I hope I'm saying the name right. I just feel like I'm saying it wrong. So please tell me. It's not a hard name to pronounce, but
any name can be pronounced wrong if you inflect it wrong.
Kobe Ryan on the mark. And cuts coming from the back of Deakin, but well covered by the Wollongong team, who seem to be doing a sort of bracket to stop that first cut. As unlucky, you might have been attempting to do a greatest there. You might not have landed in.
A one-hand catch.
Kobe Ryan on the end zone, and almost D, but Maya Osmond with the goal. There potentially could be a call here, though. Seems to be some discussion between the players on the sideline, but not many hand signals for high-level players.
One team stopped moving entirely, but the other team's walked off, so I assume it's a goal, but there's still a discussion at the end.
I think it seems to be a goal for Wollongong. Coming out strong in the first half. Definitely not letting up. They're not getting complacent and giving up their lead at all.
Now, we've got someone in the comments here. We're not sure if they're a close friend or family, but they're saying that Nickel is actually pronounced as Nitchell.
I don't believe that, because I don't really trust Dave. Dave is one of my friends, and I have a low amount of trust in him.
If you can't trust your friends, who can you trust? And it looks like our UK spectator must be a family member. They both have the same name as number 11 on the Wollongong team, Jess Wood. So tuning in, friends and family from all over the world to support them at the university games.
Yeah, it's great that we can have the streaming available so that people overseas can watch as well.
Absolutely. I think it's always great to have a free-to-watch platform. That's why ULTI.TV is quite great. Videos are available on YouTube. You can watch them back whenever you'd like. And so when these players go home, I think if they want to improve their Frisbee, they can absolutely just bring up the video and watch what they've done on the field and what they can change up or strategies the team can do.
It looks like a bit of an injury here. I didn't see what happened, but Stacey seems to be in a little bit of pain over there.
It looks like a lot of pain is rolling. I think it's coming off.
Injury called. Hopefully he is okay. Managing to walk is always good, but does look like he's got a little bit of a limp.
And who's coming back on for him there?
I think they have subbed on Kobe Ryan, super sub. Deakin's going to check the disc back in there, retaining possession.
The disc is back into play.
Langston with the disc, trying to get through this Wollongong zone, using her handlers. Nice, spicy shot through the middle of the zone, but unfortunately not able to hold on to it.
Yep, just bounces off her fingers there. And back with Wollongong, 14 with the disc.
I believe that is Clifton with the disc. She's sent it to the end zone, but a Deakin player is under it and almost grabbed by Wood in the end zone, but Deakin just gets a hand to it.
Great positioning from the Deakin player. Great time to go up and continue through once it went past her fingers a little bit there.
Deakin with the disc at the front of their end zone, looking to get it out of this position as soon as they can. Wanting to get another point on the board. Great grab there from Langston, getting on the ground. Wollongong zone proving hard to get through. Really, those two handlers there. I think it's Wong and Langston really having to work, trying desperately to connect with the downfield, and we do get a pass off, but
it's a very nice cut from Horn through the cup.
Lovely crossfield shot there to Langston, opening it up a little bit, but Wollongong is good at covering that field positioning, stopping that next pass. What can Deakin do here? Long shot, and a couple of touches there from Wollongong to slow the momentum of the disc down.
That's great. Great defense from Fotopoulos there, making sure the disc goes down.
Spicy flick across the field from Faulkner, sorry. And huge grab there from Clifton. Keeps it in bounds. Back to Faulkner. To Stoddard. We've got these three getting a lot of disc time in this game. To Arms on the end zone line. Swinging it back across the field, taking their time. And then shooting it in to Wood in the end zone. Another great point.
Another great point. Andrew Wood, watching from home, will be proud.
Yes. Deakin did well to work that disc up a few times there, but in the end it was Wollongong that managed to score the point, as you see the replay. Nice shot from Faulkner there into the receiver in the end zone. You can't really tell that it's windy at the moment. Everyone's throwing is really on point.
Absolutely. And it looks like we've got some information from our viewers at home that Jess Wood is actually from the UK.
Oh.
So probably studying overseas.
Potentially exchange.
Picked Wollongong, picked a great team to join for Ultimate.
Definitely.
They do have quite a small roster with only 14 players, but not all 14 players are playing as well. So that's why you see a few names more often on the field, not quite a few subs off.
Potentially saving some players for tomorrow, and some of them having come off a week-long tournament last week. They'd have to be a little bit sore, you would think, coming into this week. As we see those Ducks again hanging out, not deterred by the Frisbees at all.
We've got some questions in the comment. We've got new to Frisbee. Is 2-9 an achievable comeback? It depends on the players, depends on the conditions of the field. I think what we explained earlier in the stream is that we've got 2 Worlds players on the Wollongong team that have just come back from competing against other countries representing Australia. So I think it could be a tough clawback for Deakin. I don't think they have quite any players on their team of that calibre. We never know.
Yeah.
But based on what we see, I think our Dingoes players have really shown what they've been doing for the country.
Exactly. As we just see an unfortunate turn there right on the end zone line for Deakin with a really long pull. And I think that was a goal for Wollongong, and it seems like it was. Quick one from Faulkner to Kobe Ryan after that huge pull that put the pressure on Deakin to have to throw a little bit of a long leading pass, and then unfortunately just couldn't keep it in the hands there.
Yep, that's right. I think the comments just ask if Wollongong's roster is much smaller, why is Deakin not winning? I think that's because of the two players from Worlds. And I think their capacity to keep running and keep on going is much higher than the normal regular Frisbee player.
Yeah, and sometimes as well with a smaller roster you can, if you've got quite a deep roster, which Wollongong does have, you know each other really well, and if you get more time on the field you can get a little bit more into your rhythm. But Deakin's also doing a great job here, working through a lot of their players, and particularly their handler players are working really hard to try and get the disc, get free from the tough marks that Wollongong is putting on.
Absolutely. Deakin's playing a great game. They're doing some great passes, great throws there. It's just unfortunate that sometimes things just don't come off.
Little bit of
a zone.
A zone. And a great grab from Kabai. I wasn't sure if she held on to that, but she's done it. She played very well. Awesome hands from Botham Clark too. Kabai there with the disc. She wants it long, but she's not going to do it with Faulkner standing there in the end zone. Looks off Nickel. And almost a great grab there from, I can't quite see who that is. Maybe it's Cara,
but I think she's called an injury.
She's called an injury.
Oh gosh. So Cara's come off the field, and I think we've got number 11 coming on, Langston. Must have been part of that grab there that something came down wrong, or it's unfortunate. But the game goes on.
The game does go on. Kobe Ryan with the disc looking for Faulkner. These two have been playing together for a long time. Harriet Jenkins, safe hands under pressure there.
Great run through by Botham Clark. If that was very speedy.
She almost had it.
It just shows that, you never give up and keep going.
Deakin scrambling to stop the momentum of Wollongong here. Great shot there from Deakin, and a huge bid from Natasha Langston to deny that scoring opportunity for Wollongong. That must feel good.
That must feel great. It's sometimes about the little wins as well. Unfortunately,
there's a turn.
Unfortunately, there's a turn. But it's all about the little wins as well. Just because you're not winning the overall game doesn't mean you can't have personal wins.
Exactly. It always feels good to know that you did something cool and good for your team. And just unfortunately there, Harriet Jenkins with a great cut, but not quite keeping it in her hands. Sometimes with those clap catches, this can kind of flip out of your hands there.
I have done many of those.
Me too. It never feels nice.
No, it doesn't.
Nicole with the disc, asking for players to come and get free. Kabai with it again. Great break flick. Back to that sideline though. Deakin trying to get some movement here. Working hard, and that's a turn. I didn't see that happen, but Kobe Ryan's got the disc and he's sent it to Jenkins. Redemption in the end zone.
That's right. This time she does have the goal. Beautiful. Beautifully put.
Great positioning there from Harriet Jenkins. It can sometimes be a little bit, unrewarding as a downfield cutter receiver when you just make a lot of cuts and you don't get the disc, but you got to just make the right ones at the right time, and it's a very important part of Wollongong's offense.
Are you able to see the ANU score from here, Katie?
I can.
What are the numbers there?
It seems like it's 8-4 to ANU.
8-4 to ANU. That's that update there for you, Maldridge. And then we don't know what the score is for the UTAS versus USID game. How the fields are here is we've got 2 fields on this oval, and then at a further away oval, maybe 10-minute walk, we've got the other games going on, and unfortunately we can't see that far.
We cannot. Would be good if we could. But the scores will be updated on the UniSport Nationals website. I'm not sure how quickly that happens, but they'll be updated there hopefully by the end of today. And the teams going through to the semis will also be on there. If you look for Ultimate and you look for results and draw, it should come up.
And tomorrow morning there'll be one game filmed in the morning for the semis still. And you'll find out once these results come in. Once we get there, once the results are in.
All right, pool goes up.
Very close to us here. We're in this little tent that you just saw.
That was Slabbert picking up the disc there. Deakin looking to score here.
Nice movement across the field.
Wollongong holding that zone that they've been playing all game and has been proven difficult to get through. But that's a great flick through the middle of it from number 88 from Deakin Toe. Wong asking him to come back and get it again. Slabbert standing on the outside. Great quick pass. And unlucky there. No call. Seems like it was passed a little bit behind her. And a big shot from Stoddard to Ryan here. He's probably going to be able to chase it down. Manages to keep it in. Way ahead of the rest of the team. And a great shot into the end zone. I believe that's Rachel Wood again. A scoring machine.
I believe so. That was beautiful.
Great job there.
I think Wollongong has this cohesion that that unfortunately Deakin just doesn't have. I think there's a lot of history involved between these players. And so I think they know what sort of throws people like, sort of dumps the handlers like, and it really does just show. And also the experience from the great players on
it does. Wollongong is quite a small, one of the smaller ultimate communities, so kind of there's one little league that you play if you want to play league, and everyone knows each other. You play with each other at league, at clubs, at uni, at beach pickup, so they've got a lot of time, lots of years all playing together really. and it definitely shows on the field. But it's not over yet.
It's not over, but we've still got about 14 minutes to make a difference.
And Deakin needs to stop Wollongong from getting to 15 points. So if you haven't watched Ultimate much before, the game ends when the first team makes it to 15 points, or if the time cap goes off, whichever one goes first. And with the way Wollongong's going, it could end up that we end on 15.
But I'm hoping for Deakin to score some more points.
We want the comeback. We want the comeback.
We do want the comeback.
Let's go, Deakin.
They have been doing really well.
Kabai with the disc again. Moving it quickly. Looking good here for Deakin. Kabai calling back for it. Great flick through and just slightly too high for a receiver to grab. Deakin Scott sending it to the end zone. Bit of wind underneath it, but Faulkner is also there.
Great read from Faulkner. Waiting.
Disc that was barely above the ground, caught by Sam Arms. I think we're going to call it up.
Oh, I'd love to see that again on the replay. That was just barely above the ground too.
It was cutting the grass.
Absolutely.
Managed to get his hands underneath it. 14-2 to Wollongong University.
All right, let's see it. Big throw.
Great read from Faulkner there. Seeing the disc curving slightly away with the wind.
Everyone's catching up. Oh.
From here it kind of looks like he had it up and then it, the front of the disc dipped down a bit after he caught it.
But I definitely think he had control of the disc before it touched the ground. So that's always the deciding factor there, whether you had control or not.
Yes. And if any of the players on the field had thought differently, they could have called, and then because it is self-refereed, we could have had a discussion about what the players around thought. But that didn't happen, so Wollongong gets the goal, and we're here for a Wollongong pull to Deakin.
All right. Yes, the Bubble Bear has commented, so Deakin need to score 13 points in a row to win. Yes, they do need to do that.
A very hard ask. Don't want to say impossible, but given the flow of the game so far, I've seen some crazy comebacks, but maybe not quite that many points in a row. And a great block there from Kieran Stoddard. Deakin was working it well between their handlers. Just one missed throw. Kobe Ryan with the disc, making sure that it's not ruined. To Rachel Clifton, number 6 for Wollongong. Not liking what she sees. And a very open Wood. And that is the game for Wollongong.
That is the game. And Andrew Wood tuning in from back home will be very proud of Jess Wood there with the score of the game.
Yes, she scored at least 3 points for Wollongong there.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is a great game and good job to both teams.
I think there seems to be a bit of confusion on the field about what the score was. Nope. Okay,
never mind.
we're good.
Nope. Now we've got high fives all around. So that brings us to the end of our game, our day of ultimate games today. We'll be back tomorrow, bright and early,
for another great day of Frisbee.
Absolutely. My name's Cecilia.
And I'm Katie.
And thank you for joining us today. We just watched Wollongong absolutely play their best game against Deakin, and Deakin really, really tried their best and still put all their effort in all the way to the very end. Both universities should be very proud of how far they've come. good luck to Wollongong towards the finals.
Yes, that's true. Semi-finals tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Goodbye from ULTI.TV.
ULTI.TV.
You're not in Frisbee clothes, right? You just don't. A bit more streamlined? Yeah, okay. I look like this morning when my house guys died, so it's like Jerry Woods. Send a photo to Rex, he's always laughing. Yeah, me, CC came down for a walk as well, so we're just like the old sort of nice to meet you. Leon. Frisbee royalty from back in the day. Yeah, we had some. Long. So much money to be made. Oh, yes, mate. Oh, you're the superstar. I wish so.
Who's this captain?